The Chroma's Will for the finish. This is where we distinguish ourselves. The Chroma's Will finisher, Syr Vondam, now an 8 power alone. 4-4 double strike. Get in there, Blood Artist. Do yourself some favors. There you go. And they're thinking, Sephiroth, why didn't I play Syr Vondam? Jeez. Good game. Hello, welcome. I am Average Zen, your host of Average Zen Presents, and you have found us on a Brawlin Friday edition playing some Magic the Gathering Arena. Yeah, and we are here for it. I think we are bringing the spice today. It's going to be hot, hot, hot. And I am here for it. I hope you are. Zen community, bring it in. Big group hugs all around. Yes, put those positive vibes out there. We are trying to have fun today, playing some cards. Yeah, before we get into our first deck here for this Brawlin Friday edition, please give us a like, subscribe, comment, follow. All of it does help the channel. Takes a moment for you and helps those algorithms, and maybe one day we'll see a paycheck from this if we're doing a good enough job. You tell us, because today we are playing with Syr Vondam, Sunstar Exemplar. I will say I've been playing a lot of Rogue Trader on the old Xbox lately, and so I'm very inspired for this shenanigans here with Solar Knights and in space, and it seems very, very on cue as far as where I'm at right now. So we're going to see a lot of new cards in this deck. We're going to see some old cards. This is who's who of Orzhov Sacrifice, because Syr Vondam is an Orzhov commander. For 2, you get black and a white. You get a 2/2 and a Vigilance and Menace. But wait, there's more. Whenever another creature you control dies or is put into exile, put a +1/+1 counter on Syr Vondam and you gain 1 life. Now, when Syr Vondam dies or is put into exile while its power is 4 or greater, destroy up to 1 target non-land permanent. How about that? So, when he dies, you get to blow something up. If your stuff dies, he gets bigger and you gain life, and he's got Vigilance and Menace, and so this screamed to me, this is definitely an aristocrats deck. Yes, so I've seen other builds featured on when I was perusing just to make sure I had all my checks in place when on EDH Rec, and I saw a lot of people had recommended and were including blink-based effects. I've leaned full into the aristocrats theme. I will not say aristocrats. So we're not doing a whole lot of blinking. I don't think we're actually doing any other than because we've embraced the warp mechanic in here. We are including such things. Other new spells like Embrace Oblivion, of course, are really good because, we're trying to sacrifice our own stuff. So that's more Annihilating Glare. Embrace Oblivion hits spacecraft or creatures, which I'm curious to see if we'll run into any spacecraft today. Gas Guzzler lets us sacrifice stuff. Infestation Stage dies, comes back with a 1/1 insect token, which we can sacrifice. Nesting Bot, kind of the same deal. Market Gnome can gain us a life and draw us a card when it dies. So we have a lot of benefits in the 1-drop slot for self-sacrifice. It gets better as we go down. We're talking new cards. So let's look at what we have in the way of Halaya, Guided by Light, who has a warp cost of 1 white, and that means when you cast this card from your hand for its warp cost, exile it, keyword exile, because that will trigger our commander at the beginning of the next instep. Then you may cast it from exile on a later turn. So when Halaya or another creature or artifact you control enters, you gain 1 life. At the beginning of your end step, draw a card if you gain 3 or more life this turn. I can already tell you that the build that I've chosen, I'm going full in on the aristocrats and focusing on basically draining out that way through multiple effects like Blood Artist, Marionette Apprentice, Vengeful Blood Witch, keeping them all on the chill, multiplicative side. And hopefully that's good enough. If you wanted to, you could throw in the life gain, life drain combo via Bloodthirsty Conqueror or Sanguine Bond. Yeah, so there's other ways to build this deck, certainly, that would probably be more combo-y, and so I would rate this, on the new scale, a 2. You used to say my deck's a 7. I would say this is probably a 5 or a 6. I think it's going to be fun. You could easily tune it up, swap out a few cards. We've got some interesting things going on here with Grave Pact-like effects. Sothira, the Super Void, is another new card from Eternities, Edge of Eternities. 2 black and 2 colorless. You get a legendary enchantment. Whenever a creature you control dies, each opponent chooses a creature they control and exiles it. At the beginning, now that won't trigger our commander because it has to be our the creature that you control, but it's still good because, of course, at the beginning of your end step, if a player controls no creatures, sacrifice Sothira, then put a creature card exiled with it onto the battlefield under your control with 2 additional +1/+1 counters on it. So essentially, whenever we sacrifice something, our opponent has to exile a creature they control, and if at either point neither one of us or both have 0 creatures, then we get to bring something back with 2 +1/+1 counters from our opponent's board, and we get to choose. So that's excellent, because it's, even though it goes away, it certainly is kind of like, okay, well, I got a board wipe and got something out of it, so it's a good board wipe. Grave Pact, it sticks around, but it has the same effect. We also have Dictate of Erebos, so we are stacking up with these effects. Speaking of stacking up, we're of course running Drivnod Carnage Dominus, which doubles all of our death triggers, fancy. And we get to play Kaya, my favorite card of all time. Somebody recently asked me in chat what my favorite card of all time, and I really stumbled. I was focusing on the game. But if I had to change my answer, it would be this card right here, Kaya the Inexorable. Because we can put ghost form tokens on creatures, making it so that when they die, they come back to our hand, and we get another token, which we can sacrifice. Speaking of sacrifice outlets, we have them. Phyrexian Tower is a good one. Also, we have a new card in the way of High Market that just hit Arena. Not a new card, but it is new to Arena. That lets us sacrifice a creature for a tap, and we gain a life out of it. Isn't that funny? So yeah, there's a lot of life gain in here. You could definitely go with the whenever you gain a life, opponent loses a life combo. Whenever opponent loses a life, you gain a life for a 2-card instant win. I wouldn't do that to my group if I was me, unless I was feeling particularly nasty. If you want the full deck list, you can always hit !deck in chat. Or check out that video description link below if you're watching on YouTube. While you're giving us a like and a follow, subscribe, that would be great. You'll see our Architect link there. And yeah, let's jump into it and see if we can make dreams happen on the Solar Winds against Sarkhan Soul Aflame. Seems appropriate. Yes, I keep thinking about the Rick and Morty episode, the Solar Ricks, when I think about the Solar Night. So you live and work on the sun? Okay, so Sarkhan Soul Flame reduces dragon spell costs, and when a dragon comes in, they can have Sarkhan become a copy of it. Kind of wish we had white mana, so we're going to have to mulligan this. Mirix does an alright impression for a turn of white mana. We do have a lot of non-basic lands. I don't think this is going to work, though. We really need... Oh my god, but we're on the play, and we have a Voice of Victory we can cast if we play the Swamp first. This is going to get messy real fast. Maybe I should have mulliganed down to 6, but where's the fun in that? Alright, we got a bobble. Oh, we got a Mirix and a Voice of Victory. We'll at least ensure that our shenanigans go uninterrupted until they remove that. Yeah, we're not happy about it either. Lands, am I right? Alright, they have a Reckless Barbarian. They don't need lands where they're going. Alright, Barrador will come and tap. That's unfortunate. But we do get to attack in. But at least it's a land. Eventually, we'll find a white mana source. Or make a bunch of Mirix tokens. Oh, I should have mulligans in. What are you doing? This isn't... It's for funsies, right? We did it for the extra challenge. Will we ever be able to play our commander? Or any of the rest of the cards in our hand, for that matter. Alright, they have a Sarkhan. They make a dragon. Oh, man. Yeah, okay. Things were looking okay. Until we... Okay, this one's on me, guys. We'll just, we'll say that one didn't happen. Good game, Frank Walter. Alright, so now we know. We definitely need both black and white mana sources in our opening hand. And maybe, just maybe... mulliganing down to 6 would have been worth it. The Mirix is solely just to make tokens. We're not trying to poison anybody out. I thought it would be like a... Okay, we're up against Tifo Lockhart, so we're probably going to die on turn 3 or 4. Oh my goodness, are you serious with this? Don't do it. Don't do it, Zen. Okay, Sunken Citadel does a good impression of a white source, or a black source in this case. So let's put that on Swamp, and then we get Seed of Aganjo, and hope we get any untapped land for a restoration of Aganjo. That'll do it. That will do, Pig. That will do. Alright, let's go. Syr Vondam, get in there. Alright, let's see if we draw a land next turn. If we don't, then we definitely go Ultec Matter Weaver. Or if we do, I should say. Or maybe we just, yeah, I don't know. Okay, we did draw land. So let's talk about doing the Ultec Matter Weaver. And hope they just don't have the combo next turn. Go ahead and get in there. So this lets us shock in Godless Shrine, warp Halaya, and play Restoration of Aganjo. Okay, they're going long term. Bristly build coming out. So this is not going to be a quick buff. Well, at least he didn't get a fetch land, right? Thank goodness for small favors. Okay, here's what we go. We go pay 2 life. We will Restoration of Aganjo. Grab ourselves a Plains. That'll be for later. And play the Infestation Sage. Make a Gnome. And no attacks. Unfortunately, we don't have a sacrifice outlet at the moment. That's okay, though. We have tricks. Alright, Emergence Sequence. That doesn't sound good for us. Alright, or the triggers so that they counter first, and it doubles, 6/4 trample, and then they have a, well, if they had a buff spell, they would have played it already. And then land for turn, now it's a 14/5 trample. That's slightly bigger. I'm surprised we've lasted this long. But then they have a Stone Coil Serpent. Interesting. Well, we definitely take 14. Because reasons. No, you know what? We definitely do not. We definitely block here. And we'll take a few damage. Alright, down to 10. Well, now a Syr Vondam is slightly bigger. We will pitch the land. And return the land. Play land for turn. And now, what do? We warp in Halaya. We make a colorless gnome token. Alright, check this out. We go everybody -2. That's right, yeah. Alright, and then swing in for 4 vigilance. And then we get to draw a card. And then Syr Vondam gets bigger. Are we coming back here? Are we coming back? Wow. Alright. Tifa's in 8-5. And they have an Ashaya, which will trigger Tifa again. And we cannot take 16 damage. We can, however, block. And only take that amount of damage. And then destroy Ashaya. We will take action. And, exile. Destroy up to 1 target non-land permanent because Ashaya and everything are lands. Are you kidding me? Okay, well, we need our commander. And we'll make a gnome. And now we have Blood Artist. And we'll make a gnome. And no attacks. I cannot believe we didn't get to blow up anything with our commander when he died because Ashaya makes everything lands. Alright, attack in with the 8-8. Do it. Tifa, come on down. Oh no. No? Okay, well, I'm sure we'll find a way to sacrifice something. Well, so we have what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 mana. Let's talk about it. Alright, so that makes us 3. And we'll create a token. And we'll make Ophiomancer make a token. And then, what are we looking at? Attack there. Attack here. Oh man, this is tough. I think we attack in there. And do they block? That's a question. That seems good. And we're back at 9 life. Oh, I don't know if they should have blocked. Alright, so maybe, just maybe, you're saying we have a shot. I think either way, if we get the chance to block, I think we still stay in this unless they can make Tifa ridiculously huge. I'm loving the epic soundtrack, by the way. This is I put on the epic station, and it was not undersold. Or not oversold. It was just the right sold. It's just epic enough. Alright, we cannot blow up any of their stuff because all of it is a land. Thanks to Ashaya. Alright. We have to kill Ashaya. Well, that makes it so silly. Alright then. Well, let's crack the Mars Flats. Grab ourselves a white source. That gives us 4, 5, 6, 7. Interesting. Okay, well, we'll replay our commander. Make a token. I mean, they're at 1 card. How many times can they boost Tifa's power? That is a good question. We'll gain some life. Play the time, well, warp in the timeline color. Make a token. Gain a life. Also gain some more life. Are you seeing now, opponent, that in mono green, you're going to have to do a lot of work to get past this board or keep us within lethal range unless you can draw a lot of cards really soon. I think we got this. Wow, what a turnaround. And now if we can draw into a Grave Pact or any of the Grave Pact effects, of which we have 3 in this deck, I mean, or just a land. 4, 5, 6, 7. We need 1 land for Summon Knights of the Round. Oh, are we gonna get there somehow with Ashaya and Tifa and Yorvo, Lord of Garenbrick in play, are shutting down half of our commander's ability to be able, when it dies, be a bomb. And we still got there. Okay, it's too soon. It's too soon. Maybe they're just salt roping us because they have the answer in hand and they're extra salty about Tifa taking this long to knock us out. We're sorry to impose our fun on your time. We apologize, Dr. Baby Eater. Alright then. So definitely attack there. Definitely attack with the Death Toucher. And definitely attack with a few tokens just to, you know. Alright. We're making things, Syr Vondam, you're doing a great job. I love it. We're back at 17 life, and our opponent's down to 19. And I do believe Dr. Baby Eater has given up the ghost. They've ghosted us. We didn't even get to play Grave Pact. One of the new Grave Pact. One of the newer to Grave Pact Dictate of Erebos. Yes, Warp. It also triggers Syr Vondam. 2/2 haste. Drix Warlock. So it's an outlaw as well. That's interesting. Maybe there's something there. Alright, I think maybe we win. Nice. Alright, let's move on. Victory.
What does the scouter say about his power level? Over 9,000!
Hyper combo
Syr
finish!
Vondam, the Solar Knight, doing it to it. Let's get in there and see if we can once again solar flare our way out of it with Orzhov colors. No burn needed. We just sacrifice our own troops. Sephiroth also going to be doing that. They're in our deck. We get access to more colors. We'll see. This should be interesting. Also, Chroma's Will. We got this. Gas Guzzler, Blood Artist, Sephiroth, yeah. Looks good. And then a Chroma's Will. Alright, let's get the engines going with Gas Guzzler. And that is also a sacrifice outlet. Alright, we have our commander. And attack in, get our speed up. And then we will play Sephiroth before them. Blood gas, num 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 num. Alright then, well, we definitely sacrifice there. That makes Syr Vondam bigger. Get in there and deal some damage, Syr Vondam. Oh my goodness. Who needs the Gas Guzzler? We have the gas already. Oh, they're like, you can't have Sephiroth. We have Sephiroth. But now we have a 4-4. Alright. Let's go Zelport Cutthroat. Blood Artist. Alright, we're at max speed. And then next turn, we can hold up a Chroma's Will. Or, if we get a land, then we can Kaya. That's exciting. My favorite card. Now, in that case, we're just going to get rid of Ayara. And full send. Yeah, they can't block. And we're at 30 life. Wow. Marionette Apprentice, also a good card. We have that one in this here. Deadly Dispute, you say? Alright. We got a Dictate of Erebos. Wow. Okay. I think we do both. The Chroma's Will for the finish. Good game. This is where we distinguish ourselves. The Chroma's Will finisher, Syr Vondam, now an 8 power alone. 4/4 double strike. Get in there, Blood Artist. Do yourself some favors. There you go. And they're thinking, Sephiroth, why didn't I play Syr Vondam? Jeez. Good game. We showed Sephiroth how to Sephiroth. That's hilarious. Let's go. Syr Vondam, the Solar Knight. Destroy your troops for fun and profit. Alright, Go Shintai, Life's Origin, 5 mana, or 5 color commander, 4 mana, and we'll enable them to get enchantments back from the graveyard. Also, it contributes to shrines whenever they cast a shrine and when it enters play. A free mulligan because we don't have any black mana. Hey, we got some new stuff going on here. We'll do this. We got both colors. We have a little bit of removal with Duskrose Reliquary that will synergize very well with Lord Skinner, which will also get rid of their cards from graveyard, so that will shut down Go Shintai should it survive. We have a nice little curve out here too, I think. Oh, but they're getting some ramp on. Alright, let's go. Syr Vondam. I guess we could have stationed. No, I should have stationed. Susser was telling me to station, but I didn't station. That's okay. We'll station with Lord Skitter. Alright, seems like a good plan. Alright, we get rid of the bloodstained mire. Get in there for 2. And then station with you. And station with you, Mr. Rat Token. And you know what? We'll even station with Syr Vondam because I don't think we're blocking the Bird of Paradise. Hey, we got another exile guy, or warp guy. Starfield Shepherd is like a mana dork. Or fetches a land, I should say. I think we can do both. And hold up Duskgrow's Reliquary. Are we about to combo off? Maybe we are. I think we are. Okay, so we go land. Timeline color for the warp cost. Alright, hear me out. Hear me out. No, we can't do that now. No. Okay, yeah, so we attack in. Okay, we exile nothing. We attack in with the time color, Lord Skitter, and Syr Vondam. Alright, Duskgrow's Reliquary will sacrifice the timeline color. Get rid of the chromatic lantern. Cast the timeline color for the warp cost. Station with the timeline color. Station with Syr Vondam. And station with the rat token. And station with the rat token. And then Syr Vondam gets bigger. And now we have this guy as a sacrifice outlet. So that means we could sacrifice Syr Vondam at any time to draw a bunch of cards and blow something up as long as it's a non-land. That is interesting. I think we have found a new way to play. Alright, Sith's Harvest Hand, Inquisitive Glimmer, all very good things for enchantment decks. Let's talk about the warp cost on Starfield Shepherd. And we'll grab ourselves a Plains. That's correct. We will then play that. Play the Osteomancer. Yes. Get rid of that. And we will offer up a trade. We will attack in there. And attack in with some rat tokens. Would you like to block? Alright, nope, they did not want to block. So now, Starfield Shepherd, it goes away and it makes Syr Vondam bigger. My goodness. And now we have a Death Touch Snake guy. Sanctum of All is going to be really good next turn, but they don't live long enough to see it happen. That's got a trigger on their upkeep. Oh, this is brilliant. Yes. Oh my God. What have we done? What have we done? What has science done? Living on the sun, using warp planets to sacrifice our own guys. We could have done that, but we chose the greater victory. Leave our rats alone. Just attack in with Syr Vondam. Up against Tifa Lockhart once again. Rice, Prez, Pip. Let's go. Alright, we have some things. Oh, we have the... We do need another black source to cast it, but I'll go out on a limb here and say we can get that with Arid Mesa. In fact, it may be worth it to shock in the Godless Shrine for this. Alright, we'll go mark our nesting bot to start the engines. And they have a Tifa. Okay, this is tough. But I think we go Syr Vondam. And no attacks. And then next turn we can go Market Gnome and Elisil Core. No, swap that the other way around. Bite down. That's fine. No blocks. We'll wait until we get a benefit from that. Alright, Elisil Core. Market Gnome. And then next turn we can play Syr Vondam again. We'll go no attacks. Traveling Chocobo gonna double their landfall triggers. Yep, so that makes her a 4/4. Oh, I like it. Okay. A Gonjo is pretty good. Let's go Menace to Earth, Syr Vondam, gain a life, and attack in with nothing. Yeah, that seems good. Alright, double Tifa's power again. I don't know why. Okay, well, it's a 24/4 now. Does not kill us. Only makes us stronger. And they do not go for it. Alright, well, that's weird. Let's attack in with a 1/1 and our commander and see what happens. Nothing. They say nothing. Alright, we got our speed up. Well, let's go Kaya, the Inexorable. And exile the Traveling Chocobo. Yeah. I think they have probably more fight spells, huh? Is that what's going on here? Beginning put +1/+1 encounter to a creature. Okay. Interesting. And no attacks. Alright, well. Here's the thing. Let's go and get ourselves another black source. Well, I guess that's fine. Shadowy Backstreet. We'll surveil, keep the planes on top, I suppose. This really doesn't do anything for us. Let's go and put the Ghost Form token on Syr Vondam. And I think the answer here is attack there, attack there, and attack with the nesting bot. No, they don't do anything. Okay. Alright, well, We can do that. And draw a card. And that seems good. And then we can flash out Cather Commando. I mean, we're back to 21. And Blanchwood Armor. Okay, that's cool. And then they become a 22-12. Okay. And now 23-13. All right. And then who do you attack? Do they have a fight spell? Another fight spell? All right, cool. Well, here's what we do. We gain a life. We block here and there. We let, and we block there. And I think since all damage is done simultaneously, we will decline. We're not putting him back in the command zone. No, I guess we're wrong. We'll go to hand. We get a spirit token. We drain him a few life. We still have Kaya. We have to get rid of the servo, which drains them more. We get another thing. We gain another life. All right. We have Syr Vondam. We gain a life. Put a ghost form token on Syr Vondam. Anguished Unmaking on Tifa. Submit. We'll lose a few life. And attack with a 1/1 flyer. And we have max speed. All right. Cool. Well, we block there and block there. We will decline. We'll go to hand. Make a spirit token, gain a life, drain them. Alright, and now we can do Syr Vondam. Gain a life. Put a +1/+1 counter on Syr Vondam. Or a ghost form token on Syr Vondam. And no attacks. And this way we can flash out our Dictate of Erebos. Can they give it haste? That is a question. Ornery Tumblevag, cool. Alright, I think they're thinking they probably have a shot, right? Are they going to attack in? Please attack in? That would be good. Nice. No? You're not going to attack in for me? Okay, well, I'll just flash out Dictate of Erebos anyway, I guess. Let's warp in timeline color, gain a life, exile what? Tifa Lockhart, I guess. And then Sothera. Attack in and attack in. That seems good. All right. Then we'll even get to draw a card. We've gained a few life. We've got them down to 6. Whoa. Doubling season. Yeah, nice. My goodness, that felt good. For every one creature of ours that died, they were going to have to sacrifice 2. or exile 1 and sacrifice 1. My goodness, Kaya, fire. Oh, I love to see Kaya perform there. That's why she's my favorite card. Removal on a stick, save your commander on a stick, and then if you can get her ultimate, then you can cast legendary spells from exile or the graveyard or your hand for free every turn. Mwah, chef's kiss. 5 mana, best commander or best planeswalker ever. Hey, thank you, Tony Marie. It was a fire game. Tovolar, Dire Overlord. Is this the werewolf one? Yes, it is. Whenever a wolf or a werewolf you control deals combat damage to a player, draw a card at the beginning of your upkeep. If you control 3 or more wolves or werewolves, it becomes night. Yeah, okay. So 3 mana, gonna draw a bunch of cards. We need a black mana source. No. We need a black mana source. No. Come on. Game. What are you doing? Alright, we can't do this again. Alright, and now we need a white mana source. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Alright, this is doable if we use the Restoration of the Gonzo in combination with Mirix. So we have to put this into play first. We miss our curve out. Our opponent ramps. Alright then. And then we play Mirix with Restoration of the Gonzo to finally get our white mana. It doesn't feel great. Alright, Restoration of the Gonzo gets us a Plains, which we desperately need. Alright, cool. And they have a roaming throne. That's not good. Alright, well, let's discard the swamp and return the swamp. Play the land for turn. Get our nesting bot out. Play our burner's tart. And we don't have a sacrifice outlet, so let's station with the burner's tart, and that'll get us started. And then we'll have a blocker in the way of nesting bot. No, they've crossed the burner's tart. Well, I'm glad we tapped with it and stationed it at least. Alright then, well, we definitely block the 4/4 and take some damage. Oh, interesting. I really wish we had another white mana. Alright, well, things being what they are, I think we have to consider that we're not going to live through this. So let's play Illis Ilkor and use that to block. And I guess that's probably going to do it for us. We can't even afford here now to station with the token. We really need another white mana source. Shuffler, if you're listening. Yeah, that's game. Okay. All right then. For the moment, I thought maybe we could fend him off with the Death Toucher and a blocker, but then they gave everything a huge power boost there. All right. Well, so far, I'm still pretty impressed with this deck's performance. Yeah, let's see if we can take it up a notch. Our mana troubles seem to be what is ailing us most of the time. The Myco Tyrant. And they're a landfall commander, so they shouldn't have any land troubles. Trample for 3, Power and toughness equal to the number of creatures you control that are fungi and or saplings. At the beginning of your end step, create an X11 black fungus creature token. Okay, maybe I was thinking of another commander. This is fine. This is fine. Alright, Arid Mesa will get us the Surveil land. We can. Oh man, yeah. We put 4 mana Elspeth into the. We got enough high mana cost stuff here. We need other stuff. And we have ways to bring that back because we have Elspeth Conquers Death in hand. Let's go ahead and play Syr Vondam and hope it doesn't die immediately. It's just a 2/2. Don't worry about it. Okay. Alright, we got our planes. We have a Marionette Apprentice. And we'll make a servo. Get in there with our 2/2 Vigilant Menace. And we have First Blood. Alright, what are we contemplating here? Oh, they sacked it for village rights. Probably looking for a land. Oh, no. Alright, well, that's kind of a downer, but that's going to do it. That's all we have time for today, man, for this one. I appreciate everybody that watched. I hope you give Syr Vondam a try. He's a wonderful Aristocats commander. And, yeah, highly recommend. You saw us take on some pretty good decks, and we came out on top quite a few times. As always, love one another, be cool, don't be a jerk, and have fun playing Magic the Gathering. We'll see you next time.